Okay, so I want you to imagine a line wrapping around the earth. This line is filled with paper, plastic, glass, bottles, and cans, and many other products. According to the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency, this line represents how much trash and waste we produce. So, I'm going to talk about the importance of recycling and how putting a little small amount of effort can help our planet more than you think. Today, I'm here to persuade you about why we should recycle, and by the end of this speech, I hope I had persuaded you enough for you to start changing your own daily life. First, I'll be talking about the problem, second about the causes, and thirdly and last about the solutions. So what are the problems? The two main issues are, first, the limitation of resources, and second, the use of natural resources as a dumping space for trash. Recycling is a process of collecting or reprocessing or reusing materials that would typically be considered trash or waste. Enormous numbers of trees are being cut down, sadly, and the rainforest is disappearing really fast. Global warming is a result of wasting natural resources. As stated in an article of the World Count, production of certain materials can release significant amount of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Aluminum production is a prime example, since it creates 95% more carbon dioxide than recycling old aluminum. Even though resources are limited, we use materials wastefully. People create too much trash. The Environmental Protection Agency Archer report states that a person creates about 4.4 pounds of trash every single day. So now that I have discussed the two main issues, I will now continue and talk about the causes. So the two main causes of these issues are, first, the cheaper cost of production, and second, people that are not conscious or aware of their everyday behavior as well as its impacts. Okay, so according to the press of Harvard Business Review, recycling is a victim of its own success, meaning that recycling is not just a matter of recovering material, but it's a total economic system as well. The cost of collecting and reprocessing recyclable materials far outweighs a value or their value for a commodity. So we have always been taught that we need to recycle. By reducing our waste or reusing or recycling basically what we can live a more eco-friendly life. We all know that, but sadly, a lot of people don't realize or don't recycle because the incentive just isn't there for them. But I really think we need to try to look after our waste and make sure it's disposed properly. In an article for Harvard Business Review, Remy Turtle stated that we all know we should recycle, but even committed recyclers can sometimes be erratic, meaning that one day they can people can clean and sort bottles in their like one day they can sort bottles and every plastic or recycled items in the trash, and the next day they start tossing glass in a trash can because we forget or it's normal. But so what I went through right now is that first I talked about the problems, second about the causes, and now lastly I'm going to talk about the solutions. So I personally know that we're all capable of contributing and learning to be more conscious about the next generation's life and our planet Earth, which is only one, and how important it is for us, for all of us, for humans to take care of it. There are many kinds of recyclable materials in our daily lives, like paper, boxes, glass, bottles, or even metals like aluminum or steel. Options to start contributing, which is the one I personally started using it, was the one that like in the kitchen or in my room, I bought an extra recycled trash can and put it next to my regular one. So every time I'm about to throw something away, I know and decide which one goes in which trash can. Since It's important because the result of recycling makes a huge difference in everyday life, as shown in a report on the US EPA in 2009 that showed that 82 million tons of trash was recycled for recovery, and it meant the US recycled about 32% of its waste today. So viewing the problems, viewing the causes, and viewing the solutions for recycling, I hope today I was able to persuade you on how and why every one of us should start recycling, because it's never late to start. Personally speaking, there are a lot more things to add and discuss about recycling and familiar topics such as pollution or contamination, but what I went over today is what I thought it was more important for me to encourage you, and also a more generalized idea to start taking action, because there are no excuses, guys. It is really important for us to know what to do to keep our planet safe, so I encourage you to make a difference. Thank you.